All right, we'll move on to running backs, where my favorite is Chase Brown, although he's not my favorite because I own a fair amount of Joe Mixon, and he's not, well, I guess he's not killing him because Mixon's still been awesome, but he's not helping. So, shallow leagues here, we've got Ezekiel Elliott, who is by far, well, I guess he's not by far my favorite in this top group. By far, my least favorite is A.J. Dillon. I much prefer Zeke or Singletary. I prefer Zeke over Singletary because we don't know what the hell. They seem to be rotating with him and Pierce, which one's useful. Medium leagues, I've got some guys I prefer to speculate on. I don't really want to play any of these guys this week. We got Zach Charbonnet, Roshan Johnson, Damian Pierce, Kareem Hunt, Keaton Mitchell, CEH, and Roshan Johnson. I like so much I put him on there twice. Deeper league options, we got Jerick McKinnon, who I like over CEH. Josh Kelly, Tyjae Spears, who I like over most of the people on this list, and Miles Sanders if you're absolutely desperate. And I think I like this dart throw section more than I like half the people up here because I don't mind Ty Chandler, love Chase Brown, Latavius Murray, generic Prince, nothing special. What jumps out at you here while I go take the second Roshan Johnson off of my list?
I think it depends what you're looking for, right? Like if you're looking for someone you need to plug and play, it's going to be like those McKinnon guys.
I assume that's what you're looking for going into round one. Like nobody's really stashing speculative players at this time.
No, because like if there's some maybe
well,
like if you can get your hands on
handcuffs, if you've got the extra bench spot, you might be stashing a handcuff.
Yeah, but like it just depends on the upside of certain players. Like we've seen McKinnon do it before. He scored a touchdown last week. He's in the Kansas City offense, so he's always going to have a role, and their wide receiver room just isn't good, so he's going to play well. And we saw Spears last night. Like, Spears looks really good, and he plays that role where he's getting the receiving targets, so I love Spears late if you can get him. But obviously, Zeke's the crown jewel. Like, his role and usage is off the charts, and as long as he's the RB1 there, like, he's going to produce fantasy points. Even with Bailey Zappi, it doesn't matter. It's a wild case that we're making for Zeke, but he's by far the guy I want above anyone else. Like, it's honestly not even close.
Bet you didn't think you'd hear yourself say those words.
Not at all.
I mean, I totally agree, but Zeke's not going to be the RB1 overall in the week ever again. But still, Kansas City, Denver, that's a good one. Buffalo, pretty decent. So to wrap out the year, Zeke is going to be valuable. He'll at least be as valuable as Ramondre. And if the Patriots are smart, which I really hope they are, but we'll see. They're going to let Ramondre just sit on the bench and take the rest of the year off and just feed Zeke as much as possible. So you hope that's the case. AJ Dillon looked awesome last night, for AJ Dillon, and still he didn't hit 10 PPR points, right? So just leave AJ Dillon alone. I was AJ Dillon's biggest fantasy fan. Drafted him everywhere, thought he was a value for a couple of years. He just can't do it. And whether it's the line or whether it's, the soft way that he runs with that gigantic frame, I can't believe how many times he just stood up going through the middle, at the goal line. Happened again last night. So leave A.J. Dillon alone. Who you want, I think, is Devin Singletary. If he's out there, go grab him. That's a massive one. And then, between CEH or McKinnon, I don't really care. Go get either one. And then Chase Brown, man. Chase Brown is just getting the ball between the 20s. I don't care that he's not the goal line man. If he's out there, just go get him. He's got the role that you want to see on a team that needs playmakers.
Yep, A.J. Dillon looks like Tarzan, runs like Jane. But like you said, back with the Ezekiel Elliott scenario there, it's the playoffs. Don't worry about next week. Worry about next week when you get there. If you're in a situation where you've got Ramondre on the bench and don't fucking worry about stashing Ramondre in case he comes back championship weekend. If my theory is once you get into playoffs, anyone you can't see yourself playing this week, they're droppable. There's no, Ramondre, we don't know if he'll come back. If he does, who knows? He comes back week 17. You've been out for 2 weeks. That you could have used the roster spot. So Ramondre Stevenson, I've dropped in a few leagues. I've dropped Jonathan Taylor in a league. Like these guys who I don't know when I'm going to see them again. I don't think Taylor's done for the year, right? Is he on IR though? IR officially?
No, he's actually not even on IR. It's weird. Like
but he's out. He's out. I needed the spot anyways, and I could. There was no IR, and I couldn't hold him. So.
That's the thing that sucks. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, like just make the move. Like go get what you need in your team, right? It's like it's that simple. We can't mess around. You're gonna be out in eliminated playoffs. So
yeah, this is the rare time where all season I'm holding some of these like high upside guys like the Charbonnet and the Roshan. Right about now, the appealing ones to me are the Zeke, Singletary, Jerick McKinnon. Like I want guys. I'm only interested in guys who can give me points this week. I don't care that they may be more useful later. Like I don't care. What can you do for me now is all I'm interested in. Nothing else matters to me. So as old and ugly as it is, what's that?
A guy who may smash this week, to your point, Keaton Mitchell against the Jags. They've just been awful, and we missed talking about him. Go get him if he's out there. Gus is being phased out.
Yeah, Mitchell was a little disappointing last week, so people might be dropping him, looking for other options. So yeah, 100%. Like you get him, go get him.
Over on the sleeper side of it, they have Patrick Taylor in here as one of the options. He's the second most added. He played on 47% of snaps, only put up 7 points. So I get it. Aaron Jones is, who knows when the hell he's coming back, but I didn't want AJ Dillon. I definitely don't want AJ Dillon's handcuffs. So no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Deonta Foreman was the third most added player, and that's largely because he had like 60% of the Chicago workload. I'd prefer to avoid that entire situation. Zamir White, 60% added. That is a straight up handcuff. Why he would be added the most this week, I don't know. He had 2 carries. I'm not stashing handcuffs week 1 of the playoffs.
It's the Jacobs injury. Like he is dealing with an injury right now, so I think that's the Jacobs injury.
Yeah, but I think he's going to play.
I think so. It's just like that injury. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems pretty significant. So hopefully he's back. But yeah,
it could just be a desperation, Adam, and hope. But DNP Monday, it's a quad. Oh, he's not a DNP. It was an estimated DNP. They didn't practice.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see the news today.
Yeah, Monday and Wednesday reports you usually can't rely on this year. Just see what happens. Maybe on a Tuesday if somebody sits is of concern, but you really got to wait until Thursday, Friday.
I'm probably benching Jacobs either way this week. Like I'm not dealing with that.
They're playing the Chargers. They're playing the Chargers, so I like the matchup.
It's a good matchup.
If Jacobs doesn't play, I'm not starting Zamir White. They'll just throw in the other guy who's next on the list, Amir Abdullah or whoever the hell no name they mix in. Some guy from the Patriots, I'm sure it'll always be. They'll get James White out of retirement or something. But Antonio Gibson's next on the list. He's a much better option than some of the ones I just named. Having said that, he's still not a great option. He's getting 5 or 6 targets a game and 10 carries a game. He's just not doing much with them. So I don't hate that option. Amir Abdullah and Rico Dowdle rounded out. Dowdle got into the end zone. That's why he was so added, but he's getting about 20. He's on the field for about 20% of snaps. And his only 2 usable games all season were where he scored. So I don't really want anything to do with that.
Question about Roshan after the bye, 1 touch. What are we making of that situation for the rest of the season?
Avoid it.
Just avoid. Yeah, don't touch that backfield. Like I don't. He saw 74% of snaps before led the team in touches right before the bye, and then after the bye, they're like, phase the rookie out. Like I don't know what's going on. Like it's just it seems frustrating.
Well, they can make the playoffs, right? They're like in the hunt.
Yeah.
Especially after that win. So I mean, I think that's just a coach looking to save his job, and Foreman obviously the better option here, just the veteran presence. But Roshan is going to have those massive, just athletic boom games and plays, and if they're not going to let him run out there, then you're just going to have to leave him on waivers, I think.
Rojo? No, I don't know about. Okay, in redraft, yeah, he's a buy low or a pick up off a waiver.
Dynasty for sure.
I'll stash him for next year because he's going to be the one.
100%.